Well, good morning, everybody. Once again, we're back at it with another video. I'm here in my car, and I prepare myself before begin my day. And I always think what's going to happen, what's going to happen at work, meaning what's going to happen later on in the day when after I get out of work. But I want to give thanks to the Lord, most importantly. And I want to thank everybody who has subscribed, liked, commented, shared, because you guys didn't have to do that. And this really means a lot. And I'm just very appreciative of everything, because we don't know what tomorrow brings, and that's one of the things I think about. And don't know what tomorrow may bring, and you just got to go for it and live day by day, trying to keep your head up and say positive, think positive things, positive affirmations, and it's one of the things I've been trying to indulge in more and become more of a habit of doing that, because I noticed, especially when I was younger, I would be so quick to think negative and not think of anything positive. And that would affect me for the rest of the day. And something good could happen to me, but because something bad happened to me in the morning, I would just think negatively the rest of the day. But the older I get, the more I realize, how strong positive affirmations are. And we need to, as people, be more positive, because the world is so negative around us, and it's easy for us to, fall into the negativity and, not want to pursue something we wanted, or simply just enjoy the day that we have, because things could be worse. I know it sounds cliche, but, things could be worse. Like, for instance, for me, things could be worse. I'm not in jail, I'm not locked up. That's the same thing. Duh, Andrew. I'm not in jail, I'm not on drugs, I'm not in the hospital, I'm alive, here recording, tell you guys, and just take time out of the day, whether it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and think of something positive. Me personally, I like to find humor in everything. I'm not a comedian by no way near that, but I do find humor in everything. And I realized that a lot of the situations that has happened to me, I found the joke in it and made it a positive, because negative things, bad things are meant to happen for a reason, either a lesson or a blessing. And I believe personally that you could take everything negative that has happened to you and make it a positive, 100%. And I just have to I personally have to go for it now, because again, like I said earlier in the video, life is short, tomorrow's not promised, and I'm definitely going to keep on pushing as best as like my capabilities, and not try to chase an outcome, because a lot of people try to change things to change the outcome of what is meant to happen, And what is meant to happen is meant to happen. And a wise woman told me that worrying about something that hasn't happened will do you no justice because it hasn't happened. And I worry a lot, but I always think about that the older I get, what this wise woman told me. And I try not to let the past of whatever, my childhood, my teenage years, my early 20s, I try to not let that, get to me as much. I try to really stay positive, stay focused on things that are good to me, good for me. Whether it's, an obstacle in my way that's, in the way for me to become successful. It's an obstacle, but it's meant for me to become stronger. And a wise person told me that God gives his strongest warriors the hardest battles because he knows they'll overcome them. So whatever you're going through, you're going to make it. And to think all the times about how you said, or anybody said, like, man, this is my worst day. I don't know if I'm going to get through it. Well, now you're here. You're still here. And you're still here. You're still pushing. You're still alive. You're still alive to be able to breathe, to walk around, to see, to taste. Just the little things, Some people are not able to do that. Some people not here anymore. So I try to count my blessings, me personally, and be more positive. And who knows? You don't even know. Being positive can affect somebody else and make them more positive. You never know what somebody's going through. Somebody can be having the worst day ever, and you just walk up to them and give them a nice, respectable gesture and say, hello, how you doing? Just to say just saying that in a positive way, in a happy way, can change somebody's day. This world, like I said earlier in the video, a lot of things are going on in this world. A lot of wicked things are going on in this world. And you never know what somebody's going through again. So be positive, everybody. Especially to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself how you want others to treat you. Don't talk negative to yourself. I'm dumb, I'm stupid. Even if you are, don't say that out loud. What? No, I'm playing. You're not dumb or stupid. But yeah, be kind to yourself. Read a book. Meditation. Go to the gym. That's important. Health is wealth, ladies and gentlemen. Money can't buy you health. Remember that. And I'm going to go and get my day started and try my best to stay positive, because it's the only thing I can do, really. I have no control of what other people do and think. I have control of what I do and what I think. And I'm just going to keep on doing my best. I guess that's all I could do, and keep on striving, keep on pushing. I really do pray and hope that YouTube, not that I get a financial gain off of it, because of course, we live in a world where we need money, of course, but the joy of doing something I find joy in, that's what I feel like is more valuable. That I'm able to talk about what I want to talk about, when I want to talk about it, how I want to talk about it, where all that. That's what I hope this journey I'm on beginning really, allows me to do in this space where it's like, of course, there's judgment that's gonna come along with it, but a place where I can be me, So I wish you guys luck. I wish you a good day. Remember, stay positive, stay blessed. Peace.